Welcome to this week's match brought to you through the XLR Pro League. My name is Sean O'Neill. I'm going to be joining by Coach Wlad out of Brazil for a very exciting match between two American players, Jeff Greenberg and Teddybearasaurus. Wlad, how are you doing?
Hey Sean, hey people, how are you doing? Everything good here in Brazil? Very excited to watch this match.
So
They
Vlad,
they
we
know. Sorry?
so Vlad, we've got two very interesting players from the United States playing against each other, and what's unique is you've coached both of them quite a bit. So
Yeah.
they're ready to play each other. They haven't played a lot of ranked matches against each other, but I want to say they've probably played in the number of practice matches in the thousands.
Exactly. They know each other very well. They played almost 1,800 matches. So it's amazing. And this is the first time they're playing ranked. So that adds some extra pressure and also the streaming as well. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. They really know each other. I'm very curious to know and to see what the strategy is for tonight.
We have a number of different components of this match. We're going to have a chance to talk about 11 table tennis and how it's kind of changed both of our lives in addition to Teddy and Jeff. There is a small group called 11 VR Table Tennis Training Camp that you lead, and both of Jeff and Teddy are active members in it. And I think we're going to see two very interesting styles. Jeff tends to like to play as I did back in the 70s and 80s. He takes the ball a little bit later, puts a lot of topspin. His backhand's amazing. Teddy, on the other hand, he is a forehand dominated player. He loves to put the ball away with his forehand. And what's amazing with Teddy is in real life as a player, he was a defensive player. And then coming over to 11 table tennis, he switched. One of his goals is to see them having long pips or equipment that would make it easier for choppers to play. But he is a forehand dominant player. And I think as we watch the points go forward, you'll see when he gets the opportunity to really play his forehand as often as possible.
Yeah, true. And I think if Teddy can keep the game in the forehand diagonal, he clearly has some advantage. And but on the other hand, Jeff keeping the ball in the backhand diagonal, especially with his very spinny backhand loop. And it's amazing how he does it because it's only like a wrist motion and he can generate a lot of spin. So that's going to be very interesting for sure.
His backhand is very explosive, and I've watched him in some of our Friday night training groups just out of nowhere. That backhand just comes full force, and really it's one of the few shots along with Teddy's forehand that when he lands it, it's probably not coming back.
Can you hear us, Nackley?
Jeff is going to be on the left side of the screen wearing the headband.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And the sunglasses. He tends to playing out of Florida near Daytona Beach, making sure that he's staying true to his local club location. Teddy is playing out of Detroit, and Teddy plays at the Michigan Table Tennis Academy, whereas Jeff is playing, let me see, home club. Looks like he's at the Pictona Table Tennis Club in Daytona Beach, originally in the 70s and 80s. He was playing out of Huntington Table Tennis Club and Grumman Table Tennis Club, both on Long Island.
Yeah, true. And it's going to be great to see who's going to take the initiative first tonight. I think there's a big advantage because they're both attackers. And as you said, like Teddy in real life used to play defensive, but now he's full attacking, especially on the forehand side. So it's going to be great to see how they're going to start the match and taking the initiative first, because I think this is crucial tonight, right?
Absolutely. And the one thing, Vlad, that I've watched Teddy play more of the 11 table tennis league matches. And the one thing that really jumps out to me is the amount of sportsmanship and just respect that he always brings to the table for all of his opponents. It's not to say that Jeff doesn't have that. I've just seen Teddy always a treat. He goes by Teddybearasaurus in 11 table tennis. And if you ever get a chance to play either Jeff or Teddy, you're in for a great treat because they really love the game. They respect their opponents, and they just are kind of having a second life with 11 table tennis since they both played quite a bit in real life. So it's always a neat treat when you can see somebody who's just a real nice guy on the table.
Yeah, they are both gentlemen, and it's a great pleasure. Jeff was the first one I met in the tournament 1 year ago, and he was so nice to me. We had more fun talking after the match than actually playing. It was amazing. And he introduced me to the whole crew, like Teddy and the other guy. And they're really nice to play. Good sportsmanship. And they play pretty much every day since they started. It's amazing.
It's completely amazing the amount of pure matches. Because when I joined in myself and I asked Teddy questions, how often and how many matches have you played against Jeff? And when I heard a couple thousand, I was like, what the heck is going on here? So looks like we're about to get ready. Both players have gotten their forehand and backhand warm up. So looks like we've got the match going, and we'll wait for the first serve to go.
All right, good luck, man.
Setting up some of the final audio settings here for the live stream, but the players will be playing 2 best of 3 matches of matches, and players are making sure their headsets are all ready to go and adjusted. Both of them have extended batteries, so we shouldn't have an issue there where they can swap out if they need to. It looks like Teddy will start serving.
Yeah, here we go.
So we definitely are going to see Teddy be more forehand dominant. Jeff is going to move the ball a little bit more around and try to get his backhand going. Forehand with Jeff, he needs to make sure that he's moving forward. Sometimes when he's backing up on the forehand, and there's Teddy's forehand, you can see right there. He's going to get that going as quickly as possible.
That was a great forehand, for sure.
Both these players are using Stiga CyberShape paddles that are available in the 11 Table Tennis Pro Shop. Both are working with Stiga paddles in real life as well, and they've said that their goal is to get both paddles to line up so that they can actually use 11 table tennis to help their real life table tennis as well. They both have aspirations of breaking over the 2000 level. Jeff was around 2100 when he played a number of years ago. Then he took off, I want to say took off like 30 or 40 years to come back, and 11 table tennis has just been his main sport since then.
Yeah. That was a great block, last point by Jeff. They're warming up well. This beginning is getting well. Good attacks already, and that what you just said, like this is a good initiative from Stiga to have this CyberShape paddle in the game, and that's really good because you can have the CyberShape paddle in your real life and match with the VR and cross train and get comfortable anywhere you go.
No, I think that's a very good point. I personally, because of my relationship with Stiga and with Paddle Palace, the company I work for, I changed to a CyberShape clipper because I used a clipper my whole life as a player. So it is definitely fun because in 11 table tennis, you can really dial in the spin, speed, bounce, throw, everything, and make it very similar. So we're very pleased and happy of the initiatives that Stiga has put forward to really hopefully take this game to the next level with the pro manufacturers involved.
And that was the first game for Teddy. Really good block down the line, super good quality.
So both players taking a little bit of a break just to collect themselves. Teddy's going to continue to get that forehand going. I think both of them, because they know each other's serve and serve return so well, it's a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Will one player mix up what they're used to, or will they continue to stay with what has kind of gotten them to their current level?
Exactly. Did you have someone like in your life, Sean, like practicing every day and playing lots of matches? Someone you were competing more often? Because this is very tricky when you both know each other so well. It's so hard to surprise your colleague and make things differently.
Yeah, there was a boy that lived at my house who was on our national team. His name was Charchai Tikaverakit. And I know exactly what Teddy and Jeff are feeling right now, because usually those type of matches against your daily practice partner, tactically they're very, I'm not going to say lopsided, but you never know what's going to happen. So up and down, I mean, every match, one person wins than the other person. It goes back and forth. So you have to decide whether you're willing to go outside your comfort zone and try something new that you don't know what they're going to do, or just stay with what's been working. So I think what we're seeing here is Teddy's getting a little bit more comfortable on the serve and serve return. You see right there, Jeff's having some issues there, looping off the end of the table. Teddy's been working on his short serve, especially in getting that first attack going. Both these players know ways to score, but because they've played against each other so much, they know how to defend as well.
Exactly. That's very interesting.
But I will say, having worked closely with both of them, that they're students of the game. They want to improve. Every time they go out to the table, they're trying to add something new to their game. And Teddy, it's going to be on the backhand side. And Jeff, it's playing a little bit closer to the table, a little bit more like Timo Boll, instead of playing a little bit more, again, during my generation of players that played off the table, the Hungarians and maybe some of the other slower spinners, longer strokes. So, but Jeff's backhand, generally, he's having some issues right now, but his backhand generally is his bread and butter, where he scores most of his points. And there's just a nice control backhand spin, which is where Jeff, and that was a good half-long serve by Teddy. Teddy knows that if it comes off the end of the table, Jeff's going to have no problem looping that first ball.
So first match goes to Teddy. Nice. Yeah, and it's amazing how Jeff can generate that amount of spin only with the wrist. It's every time we play, I misread that, and I always think there's less spin, and I don't close my racket enough. It's amazing how they can play with such a good quality sometimes, and it doesn't look like it's so powerful. And every time it is amazing.
You know, it's interesting. Can't tell by the avatars, but Jeff will be 62 in 2 weeks, and he just swears by 11 table tennis as it's his main fitness piece of software. It's better than joining the health club, or he does go to the table tennis club in Daytona Beach, or in Dayton, Florida, and trying to make that back and forth transfer, which I think you're going to see a lot more players do, is play in real life, but then also play. I think Dr. Lay out of Southern California is a prime example of a great player in real life that has really made his mark on 11 table tennis.
Yeah. Look like Jeff is willing to take the initiative now more often. Let's see how it goes.
And that's a beautiful backhand. He's got to be ready for the forehand. But I really like the short serve returns and then working to kind of earn the opening. Teddy's backhand has improved so much recently. We've always seen him, especially in some of the 11 table tennis tournaments, bringing the forehand as hard as he can and covering the whole table and really running around with great footwork.
Kind of 1 year ago when I first met them, Teddy was still like trying to chop, especially on the backhand side. Now
there's a nice forehand there.
Good, really good.
And what a lot of people, Jeff with a beautiful over the table forehand. A lot of people who haven't had a chance to experience 11 table tennis don't realize that you need full court skills. It's not you're standing there moving your wrist. You've got to be able to move, step in, step out. It's so similar to real life table tennis that you will get a workout. Your heart rate will be in the exact same range. So both these players are mentally fighting, but then also physically. They've got to be ready for these. That's a nice look at that Teddy forehand. So strong,
Wow.
so much side spin on it.
Exactly. Really good side spin.
And that's the scary thing when you're playing Teddy is you might make an opening. If you go to the forehand, here comes the counterattack. He's not going to block it. He's not going to chop it, though he might in real life. He loves to make that forehand reloop.
You mentioned the fitness aspect of 11 table tennis. I gotta say, I lost 17 kilos on the first 3 months playing. It's kind of at 30 pounds, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's inspiring. I'm going to attempt to try to match you in that category because all the skills and all the fun element of table tennis translates over, but then again, you're never picking up the ball. Every ball you just put into place. So these matches go quite fast, as you can see with this last game just finishing.
That was a very close game.
Again, anytime Teddy gets that first attack, it's almost like a black hole. The ball's not coming back. He's going to keep looping, keep looping. Your only hope is to stop him from making that first one, get your attacks going. It's so difficult to block that forehand.
Yeah, really good counter.
And I think, Vlad, what you mentioned earlier, the fact that they've played so much, they both know each other's serve and serve return. Right now, it seems like Teddy is getting the slight upper hand of getting his offense into the point a little bit quicker. Those are some nice blocks on Jeff's backhand, but Teddy's hitting the middle of the table, which is an excellent place to go in both VR and in real life.
True. And then at the moment, Jeff is having this his highest level.
Oh, look at that backhand block there. That was amazing. Out of the middle of the table. What an angle that he pulled off on that one. Teddy showing his bowing ability to a great backhand.
Jeff is having some good moments now. Oh, that was spinning.
Yeah, that is so effective to get that first spin going. And Jeff with a nice short return and a powerful backhand. That's excellent. Again, setting the backhand up with a good short return.
That was
again,
really smart. Really smart.
Yeah. I think just the ability for both these players to think about building the point instead of just hitting hard, playing short returns on the serve. And Jeff right now can see timing is on Teddy's side. Jeff's rushing a little bit.
Ooh, such a good match.
So I wonder in their own mind how this is comparing. That's an interesting toss there by Teddy. If this is more of what they've seen each other play. But there, beautiful third ball attack by Teddy. Oh,
ooh, fast.
Little banana flip over the table. Excellent, jumping over to the forehand side.
Oh, he takes the first one. Great.
Good one. Good match. Kicked my butt, man.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So now they played for the league, so they ranked the first two matches, right? So it's
Exactly.
2-0 for Teddy. And now I guess they're gonna play a couple more, like another best of 3 ranked.
Did we lose him?
I don't think we lost him. I think they're talking.
Yes.
Yes, we can. Yes. Sounds
Sure.
good. Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Can hear you loud and clear.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you guys for commentating. That was awesome. I assume it was awesome. We couldn't really hear you.
Yeah, no, it was very, very exciting. So, Jeff, I'll ask you the first question. So, you've played Teddy a couple thousand times. Going into this match, what were you thinking? Were you thinking try something different? Maybe something Teddy hasn't seen
Well,
before, or just relying on more of what has kind of gotten you to this level?
no, actually, it was pretty much the same. Really, I was a little off today, so I could feel myself hitting edges and things. I'd kind of like to get a do-over because I do beat Teddy every once in a while, and I
It's true.
wanted tonight to be one of them, but it didn't work out that way.
And Teddy, what were your thoughts coming into the match? You know, this is something that through the training camp that Wlad has been leading so successfully, it's a great opportunity to showcase 11 table tennis, the Stiga cyber shapes, as well as just your love of the sport. Did you feel coming in that there was like additional pressure, or were you thinking, you know what, Jeff and I've played 1,000 times, a couple thousand times. I'm just going to go in there and try to get my forehand going.
Actually, I felt a lot of pressure. I actually switched adapters and then back for a night just to see what would happen. At one point, I went into Knackley's, you know, like his channel, and I watched two of Jeff's matches. One was against a lefty, and one was against a chopper. So I kind of statistically thought about, if my forehand is not working, where can I place the ball? So I kind of did that. And then right at the end, I found a good practice partner right before the match. And I was like, I need somebody to just block for me. And I got my forehand enough in gear. It wasn't like perfect, obviously.
Well, I commend you for the full court preparation. I know that both you and Jeff, when you are playing, whether it's in the XRL League or whether it's in the 11 table tennis sponsored events, that you take them very seriously, that you prepare, that you get a great warm up, you make sure that you've had a good breakfast, get ample sleep time. And I think it's just so cool that this makes it like real life table tennis, that all the things that work in real life can translate right over here into the virtual reality world.
I mean, we train every day, like almost every day, me and Jeff together, and we do drills together, and definitely we've come up in this game, much higher than we were together. So yeah, it's been
That's
awesome.
that's
And
true, but it's
we haven't had the up without help. We've had, thankfully, you and Vlad to help us. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, you did great, guys. You did really great, and the amount of quality you're improving. You both are improving so much. Like the last year, at the end of the year, you both won tournaments, and the elo is going high every time, and you're doing really good. We are all really proud of you all. It's amazing to see how you're improving. We're commentating along the match that just 1 year ago, you, Teddy, was like chopping with your backhand, and now because
yeah.
you did that in real life, and now you're just sending some bombs with your backhand, good blocking, good spin. It's amazing how Jeff can generate so much spin on both sides, especially on the backhand side. So it's amazing. It's amazing to see how much you're improving together, along with the rest of the team. And I'm really excited for the rest of the season this year because it's
thanks.
been
I
a
actually want to add something to that if I can, because it's not just about this. I used to play competitive table tennis literally 40 years ago. I stopped playing for 40 years, and ETT has kind of driven me to start playing in real life again. So had Paddle Palace build me a cyber racket, cyber shape for that, and I started playing a couple of weeks ago. And it's amazing how much playing in here virtually actually mimics what real life is. It's a great tool for that. So, and thank you guys for helping with that too.
No, it's been our absolute pleasure. I think every time if you go to the 11 Table Tennis Facebook page and you read the new players that are joining, it's just amazing how many on a weekly basis have now downloaded the software and they're ready to start playing challenge matches or play against the avatar or the AI. But the community is really what I think it's all about. While there'll be a couple stragglers out there and causing some issues, I know that with the training camp group that we're part of, it couldn't be more fun. I think I've heard about the Monday night mini golf matches that you guys are participating in, which just shows you how great the community is, where you're doing things kind of offline but still online. And I would definitely welcome as many new players, and I think Dr. Lay is going to be a new contestant or resident with us to kind of take on France, because they have just done an amazing job. I think, Vlad, you're going to be an official American team member, or it's going to be the Americas against France as we kind of move forward. But I think these opportunities for matches, whether they're interclub or team matches, it's something where the sport will be going in virtual reality.
Absolutely.
True. Yeah, that's amazing. I want my American passport. I want to be here.
Well, I
I
think
don't want to-
We would love that.
when the headset arrives, and you're able to join us in the Stiga Arena, you'll be quite welcome. And I also want to just say, just from a person who's been involved for the last couple of months, what Wlad has done for the table tennis community, the amount of instructional videos on YouTube that you can learn all the setup, all the strokes, all the robot drills that he's put together. Couldn't have a better ambassador for the sport. And I think that's why Stiga has combined efforts with Coach Wlad, is the ability for players to learn the sport, love the sport, get better at the sport. We're just thrilled to have him leading the effort for us to see how many more players we can convert into virtual reality.
And so much more to come. So much more to come.
Oh yeah, we can definitely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why don't we
Yeah.
have you guys hide the ball?
Couple of matches,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. We'll go. How many matches you said? Oh, I'll just
2 more matches.
I'll let Nackley take over. I'm gonna put it down.
Okay.
Give Jeff a chance for a little bit of a rematch.
There we go. I'm up for that.
All right. I'm back on the mic. Do you want
Okay,
to just
me
keep
too.
mic on for these, or do you want to
Yeah,
them
let's keep
talk?
let's keep the mic on.
Okay.
Just play on, right?
Yeah,
I guess. Or
Yeah, let's
all right,
just
cool.
have fun.
All right.
All
See,
right.
no pressure. No pressure
No
now.
pressure. Okay, now we're gonna play some no pressure games.
There we go. See how that goes.
You know, Vlad, I was definitely thinking coming into this match that the amount of pressure that both these players would feel, knowing that their matches would be live streamed and that we'd be doing commentary, would be quite strong. I didn't anticipate that they would come in super relaxed, because obviously as competitors, they want to play their absolute best and have a good showing.
Good.
True. Probably now they're gonna play more relaxed. These next matches, and for sure there's some pressure because they're friends, and but even like that, it's super hard to play under these circumstances, and especially Sean. Can you imagine? You are an Olympian. You are a legend in America for table tennis, and they love you for that. I remember when you joined the team, these guys were so excited. They were saying like, "Can you believe we have Sean in the group?" They were so excited, and now you're commentating their matches. This is so much pressure. I couldn't even serve properly if we were one.
Yeah, well, I think what's really unique is that the two people, definitely Jeff and Teddy, who've helped me the most. The very first person I spoke to was Dr. Lay, and he gave me a complete Facebook Messenger, looked like a 3-page note of how to set things up, and then slowly, with the help of 11 Table Tennis, getting Quest 2, Quest 3 with their generous program, and then Solid Slime helping me with the adapters. I then quickly added about 4 or 5 of my friends to get headsets to join. It's so wonderful to be part, and I've said it before, of this community. It's a group of players that love to play. They're willing to work and help anyone. My tag on 11 is, if you see Olympic 88, always feel free to challenge me or add me to your friends or favorites list.
No.
It doesn't matter the level of play. We're all new, at least kind of maximizing and learning how to take 11 table tennis to the next level. And they've got, I think it's going to be part of the World Championships through the ITTF program in the fourth quarter of this year. So 11 is doing some amazing things to just bring the ability to play 24/7 at your home. I know that during COVID, it was such a big hit. And that's what got Stiga very interested, is that from the top of the company down through all the marketing departments with Felix, just a lot of exciting things happening. So I think this is going to be the new frontier. And again, look at Teddy on the defense, able to deal with a very strong attack. And Teddy serves very aggressive. I mean, he has some simple backhand serves, but he also has a beautiful forehand pendulum serve that he's been using. That serve that he just did is very similar to what Hong Ling Wei used to do in the 2000 Olympics.
Oh, come on now.
The backhand side spin. You do see styles of play. And Vlad, knowing with your top 10, top 8 ranking in the world, where do you see your game going? What are areas of your game that you're working on?
Well, at the beginning, I had a lot of problems on my forehand side because I still play with Pico 4, and now tracking is better. But I was playing with the old user interface for longer, and now we have some beta going with the Pico 4 for this new interface. So now forehand's getting better, but I had a lot of problems with that at the beginning. A few people know that, like outside the VR training camp team, but I was playing with short pips on my forehand at the beginning, like simulating short pips, because I couldn't really play forehand. Now it's better, but I think short game is very important.
Wow.
For all my students. We really practice a lot of short games because we all think about attacking and counter looping, all this cool stuff. But the game starts with some short balls, backspin balls, very technical. So I think this is the way to go. Perfecting this kind of a technique is very important for everyone, and I'm working on it constantly. I think this is very important.
I think you're absolutely right that being able to shut down the opponent, although you saw Teddy earlier with a nice backhand flip over the table, there's no safe spot, but you don't want to give your opponent a chance to make the first attack easily. You want them to have to work for it or to push one ball and then maybe counterattack. Like right there, nice play by Jeff, getting his backhand into play. I think the Friday night training groups of starting drills with a short serve or a flip is really going to be something that we'll see a lot more of.
True, this is so important, and I can feel both of them more relaxed now, like playing freely and swinging faster. Probably a little bit of the pressure now off.
Too big.
And you can see Teddy's forehand pendulum serve. He gets really good spin on the ball, and you always have to watch out after he makes his forehand serve that he just plays the next ball with his forehand, no matter where you play it, because his footwork is very strong.
Watching them playing is just like makes me jump in, wants to jump in and play some matches against them. I can't wait. As soon as they finish that, I go to the VR training camp room and play some matches with them for sure. That's so cool.
Now, I think there's going to be a chance after some of these, after we finish up tonight, there will be a number of players that are going to jump into the training session that the group tries to do at least on a weekly basis. Teddy, nice forehand there. Jeff able to get his blocks going, and Jeff with a nice 3-point lead now. And their nice forehand. That's excellent forehand. And Teddy with a nice little salute there with the paddle tapping. That's something that I've had to do a lot of when I've played players, is just after every point, just a great shot, because they do come fast and furious.
And this game goes to Jeff.
Oh, nice block to start off this game at 1 apiece. And there's Teddy's forehand. Teddy's forehand is very subtle. It just, I'm not gonna say it comes out of nowhere, but he is so relaxed when he plays his forehand. Very good technique. And there's Jeff's backhand. Very difficult to keep down. Very difficult.
Teddy has some epic battles against a French player, really good French player, Yo-Yo. And Yo-Yo is a good blocker, and it's always amazing to watch them playing against each other. It's so good. Like Teddy looping all the time, moving around, and Yo-Yo controlling with that beautiful block. It's such a nice match to watch.
And Teddy better get up to the table, because if he gives Jeff enough time, Jeff's not going to have any problem with his backhand and forehand attacks. That's one of the pressure things when Teddy's playing. Look at this. Excellent point.
Yeah, the beautiful rally.
Hold on one sec. Come on. Sorry.
You're good.
Oh, Jeff trying to go around the net. That was a close one.
It was risky, but really close.
No.
You can just see the acceleration on the ball as well. Every real life table tennis player that I've had a chance to like share my headset with, each one of them afterwards, they cannot believe realism of what it's like. That it's like, if I do my serve, it's my same serve, or I know if I had the angle incorrect, it missed because it was the wrong angle. It doesn't mean that you just like hit at the ball and it lands. You have to have proper technique, and kind of the better you are in real life, the better you're going to be in 11 table tennis.
Jeff has 2 match points. Very close.
That's so solid there.
Oh my God.
Teddy's deucing it up. And you cannot give a deep push to Teddy's forehand. Oh, nice serve. Nice serve by Teddy.
Smart.
Excellent play.
It's amazing because after nearly 2,000 matches, they can still surprise each other.
Jeff doing a great job of getting his forehand into play right now.
No.
Hang on. Sorry. Wow.
Oh, this is the backhand. Like Teddy's improving a lot.
Too high.
Oh, look at Jeff's forehand. How strong is that one? That's exactly Jeff being what he would consider a Euro looper. He loves to take a full swing, but Teddy knows that he has to keep the balls short. Otherwise, he'll give Jeff enough time. You want to get that serve into play. I know that Teddy's adding a couple new serves as well.
And this is all a matter of timing, as you said, because Teddy is physically faster. So, but if Teddy doesn't use this speed against Jeff and slow down a little bit, that gives Jeff enough time to be on the match again and be on top of the ball.
I know it's really a nice contrast in styles where Teddy loves to get that forehand and he'll run around to get it, where Jeff is playing a little bit more of a balanced attack. But that first backhand is where Jeff really scores a lot of points. And there's a beautiful down the line. That's just a quality backhand loop there. Excellent opening on the backhand side for Jeff to take it.
We'll do one more. People are still watching.
If they're still watching, maybe last one, or it doesn't matter.
Okay.
What time is it?
All right, so one more.
Okay, it looks like we're going to get an opportunity to do one more.
Okay. Cool. Yep, let's do that. All right, let's do it.
These guys will be ready for Major League Table Tennis coming up. This is their golden game. So Jeff with a really nice forehand opening off the serve. Teddy going with tomahawk. So looks like Jeff has hit his stride a little bit more, getting that first attack going. Oh, that's excellent footwork.
Good reaction.
Wow.
Oh, and look at Teddy's backhand. Holy
Don't
cow.
do that serve.
What just happened here?
Oh.
Gotta move those feet, Jeff. Right idea.
Oh, no.
Oh,
So Jeff, with
Inside.
serving with his backhand from the forehand side, that's really telling Teddy, I'm going to be playing a backhand on the next ball.
Oh, good.
Teddy did a nice job jamming the serve, but Jeff able to get around. So looks like both these players are throwing a little bit of caution to the wind and trying some different things, and they're definitely more relaxed. No question about that, because they're missing serves left and right.
They are clearly trying to change everything and
Right, they're wanting to mix up and play as close to the white line as possible. This is nice here, very nice. Jeff with some nice control blocks, and Teddy again fighting to get that forehand in. That's a good opening by Jeff.
Oh, come on.
I think Teddy has also really improved when given the opportunity. That's a great forehand there, but sometimes on the serve return, dropping it short, other times pushing it much deeper to keep the opponent off balance.
Uh-oh. Good.
Teddy still with game point. That's so smart what Jeff did, just slow control to spin it up. Now with the ad.
Wow.
Too wide.
Jeff, very aggressive serving short topspin. Don't know if I would try that against Teddy's forehand, but Jeff has seen it more times than anyone.
Yeah, he needs to be more aggressive. Otherwise, the amount of speed Teddy can be all over the table with the forehand is very hard. He has to be very aggressive on both sides.
Oh, great hustle by Jeff. Look at this. Look at this. And Teddy's just running him. Oh, and there's Jeff's forehand. This is definitely the point of the match. Down goes Teddy, and Jeff's the one who
Good point.
got all of his steps in for the day. Excellent play by both players.
That was the best rally of the night for sure.
Oh, and Jeff with a beautiful third ball attack. Let's serve. Oh, look at that block by Jeff right off the bounce. Teddy's got to find a better spot because he hit Jeff's elbow, but Jeff was still able to play a blocking winner.
Jeff is definitely on fire now.
Yeah, no. He just cooled himself down with the last serve. But feeling both players knowing that they don't want to give the opponent a chance to make that first loop. Again, very short, good tight serves. Look at that.
What's happening?
Oh!
I'm sorry.
Jeff's inside the table. And
That was yours.
that will be a top 10 point just for pure placement. Teddy with a nice down the line reverse serve, and Jeff able to hit a clear, strong opening against it.
I've never seen anything like that in VR. Like the ball coming back to the.
That's good.
Jeff really doing a nice job of getting the attack going and keeping Teddy on the defense.
Definitely on fire.
Look at that
Wow.
forehand. Great placement. Beautiful. That's so strong. So strong. All right, third game here. So strong. Teddy taking the first, Jeff the second in this final rubber game. Teddy with the serve.
For you guys watching the stream, this is the level we used to watch when we are practicing together. So definitely now they don't feel the pressure anymore. They're more relaxed. And this is the full level, actually. This is amazing.
Yeah, they're both taking full swings without worrying about missing the table, that they're going for winners. I would expect, Wlad, that probably once one player gets to 5, the other players are going to start thinking about, okay, I've got to do something to get back in this game. That's a nice short ball by Jeff. Good drop shot off the serve.
Yeah, especially when we have 2 attackers, it's so important to control the short game, to take the initiative.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
We're
I think
supposed to
that
switch sides.
the short serving has been something that both of them have added to their game a lot more, where in the past they've been able to get away with half long or deeper serves. Now they're really making a strong effort to keep that serve short and low. Nice opening by Teddy. Can see Teddy bouncing. But you do not want to give Jeff an easy ball on the backhand side. He'll make you pay for it. And Jeff having some pressure there. And there's Teddy's ball that just goes long as well.
I
Good
love
opening
the
by
camera.
Jeff.
I love the camera angles. Actually, it's changing here and there. It's such a good angle.
Yeah, we always have great Twitch live matches. Neckley, Jason's done an amazing job in just providing, as Teddy was saying in his prep, to be able to watch other matches identical to what the Chinese national team does of all their opponents.
Shit.
So do or die right now. 8-10. Match point, nice underspin push. Jeff's still in it.
Such a good topspin.
And of course,
Oh.
a net ball to end it among friends. So what a great opportunity for us to bring you this live stream. Of course,
All right.
Neckley, this is
Good games, my friend.
wonderful. You
We're gonna
continue
be in
to
Wagner tonight, right?
raise the bar and allow guest
Okay.
commentators to come in and
Cool.
All right.
kind of share
Thank you,
our
guys.
excitement with these 2 great players.
See you
Teddy and
guys.
Jeff, thank you guys
Yep. see
so
you.
much
Thank
for
you.
playing and putting on a great show.
That was amazing. Really, really fun.
So, Vlad, I just want to conclude and thank you. Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
have to
so
do
much.
more. Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great day.
See you soon, guys.